He's, obviously extremely talented, huge following. I'm executive producing the whole thing. In my head, I'm like, I have to go crazy. I don't give a fuck. I'm deciding whatever it is. I wanted to get on.
Hello, my fellow Martians. My name is Harry Mars, and this is the On Mars Pod, where we take a deep dive into creative professionals, entrepreneurs, and other inspiring Martians alike.
How old are you?
30.
Damn, no, man. I'm playing. No, yeah. I went to Atlanta when I was like 16. Basically, the first 4 months when I started making music. Because I had this like innate ability to, from studying all these people and being obsessed with music, to like make good music.
Hello, my fellow Martians. Today on Mars, we have a producer and a musician with all kinds of placements in this industry. Everybody, please welcome Hunter Westfall, aka Youth in Control.
What is up?
Thanks for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here, bro.
Yes, sir. Now, so on Mars, we take a deep dive into creative professionals, entrepreneurs, and other inspiring Martians alike. That's why I had to have you on here.
Fire.
It's been a long time coming. We talked about this a year plus ago.
Literally. Very long.
Yes. So if you guys don't know, Hunter is the producer for The Way I Met Him is through Futuristic, that album right there, Ikigai. So shout out our boy Futuristic. He actually allowed Hunter to be the executive producer of that album, and you produced every single track on that.
Every track, bro.
Yes.
With the help of friends, obviously.
But you're listed as,
every song, yes.
Yeah, the producer in the credits. So amazing. Bro. So that's how I met Hunter long ago. So it's a long time coming, like I said, but I'm excited to get into this, bro.
Bro, it's gonna be fire.
Yes.
Let's get it.
So the way I usually like to get them going is start at the beginning, before we get into all the stuff that you've done and your accolades.
Right at birth.
Yeah. Right at birth. No. Did you grow up in Arizona, though?
I didn't.
Okay.
I grew up in Chicago.
Grew up in Chicago. Okay. The Midwest. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm from Michigan, so I definitely.
Okay, fire.
Yeah, I definitely.
I went to overnight camp for like 6 years in Michigan.
Okay. Where at in Michigan?
Decatur.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know where that is in relation to like West Michigan.
Deep. It was a weird place, but yeah, no, I love Michigan. But yeah, from Chicago, born and raised, beautiful city. I loved it. Yeah.
How long were you in Chicago
Still
before you moved out?
I moved out
with your family as well.
No, I came dolo, bro.
Wow.
And that's a whole story. Yeah, I moved a year and a half ago.
Wow. So right before you started working with Zach.
That happened like that. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, super nuts.
I didn't realize that. So I'm sure that you and Zach kind of had that connection since you're both from Illinois.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about that early on?
Yeah, absolutely. That was a connection we had off the bat. Yeah. Midwest people have this type of energy that we hold on us. And I sensed that with Zach, and we kind of related with that. And yeah.
Damn. So when you were in Chicago back in the day, what were your musical influences? Bro, back in the day, that's so funny. It was like a year and a half ago.
I'm 20.
Yeah. But like when you were growing up, I guess like, 5-10 years old, what were you listening to in the house? Like what was your mom and dad playing around?
Well, it was what my mom and dad were playing. What they were playing was so different from what I was listening to.
Interesting.
If I played the music if I played that music for my mom, she would smack me. You know what I mean?
So were you having to like hide it though? Back in the day, like
nah, she's super chill.
Okay, cool.
Shout out Jody. She'll watch this. Greatest mother of all time. But yeah, man, Saba from Chicago, like that whole camp and Care for Me, that album like transcended my brain, bro. Down to the soundscape, to the lyrics, to the poetry, everything. Absolutely. That album was incredible.
So like R&B, like
I guess there is a bit of R&B. It's mostly like rap, hip hop, soul.
Yeah.
Jazz influence.
Gotcha.
Day Pivot, who's like my favorite producer, did the whole thing. Him and Duad. Yeah, I look up to those guys too. But when I was a kid, Chance the Rapper, Mac Miller, I was running around at like 13 listening to Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
Super like good shit.
So it was all rap influence though. That's what you were listening to.
Yeah. Yeah, super rap influence, and like the artistic rap influence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mac
because
Miller.
all those artists share that same, like, they're different from other rap, and they have their own sound as well at the same time.
Yeah, Cocoa Butter Kisses is Cocoa Butter Kisses.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that.
Yeah.
And I love that type of weird stuff. Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah.
Oh my God, when I first listened to Bastard, bro.
Yeah, I mean, to even think about, like, when acid rap came out, like, you were pretty young.
I was young.
Yeah.
Very young.
Yeah, because I think that was 2013 or 14, I believe.
I think 2013 he released
2013. So, yeah, you were 10 years old.
It's like, what's acid? Yeah, right? Like,
yeah, but you still, like, resonated with the music, though. That was something
I did.
Yeah.
Because of how free it was. And like, I'm a badass 13-year-old and I'm listening to this, you know?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, like Cocoa Butter Kisses. I wasn't smoking cigarettes. I was not doing acid. I wasn't smoking weed at that age. But like, I get to wear that and like be cool with that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously music's a way for you to get out. And that was my get out. And like, yeah.
Yeah, man. So it really was like, that's why you ended up wanting to like make hip hop, is because that's what you listened to.
Because that's what I felt the most. Yes.
Yeah, that's what you loved.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So other than music, did you have any like other passions growing up, like sports or anything like that?
I was really good at soccer.
Yeah.
And then I got older and the kids were like trying to go pro and I was like the skinny lengthy kid. And I was like, nah, this isn't it. You know? It's always been creative shit, bro.
It's always been creative.
I was terrible at school. Not because I'm not smart or whatever that is, but I don't know. I couldn't focus. I have crazy ADHD. So
I think a lot of creatives share that same sort of mentality though, where it's like, if you don't care about it, then you're not going to put the effort in.
Can't do it.
But something that you care about, you'll go all in on.
Yes.
And I think a lot of creatives can resonate with that message.
I can hyper focus on shit that I believe in.
For sure.
I'm not believing in algebra 2. So my brain, I can't control it from going right all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not in that classroom. So it's just, it wasn't for me.
In high school then, around, is that when you started producing, or was it even earlier than that? Like making beats, you know, that early stage?
I was like this, I started going super seriously in production and like really leveling up and getting obsessed with getting better like sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
And that's when the first beat I made, I was like, I'm going to be this. This is what this is going to be. And I'm not looking back. And that is so powerful because I haven't looked back and I don't plan on looking back, you know?
Yeah. You're still so young too. And you're already so ahead of where people are.
Yeah,
in like less time, man. 100%. Were you playing music, like instruments before you started producing? Because I think I saw a video like one time you posted like you were playing like
the violin. Yeah,
Was that actually? Wait, did you play the violin or was that just messing around?
That was the viola.
And
I was dog shit at it. And it was one of those classroom things, like the music class in like middle school.
Yeah,
and I picked that up, and my rhythm was dope. I was like doing rhythm with it, but the notes and everything was just too hard for me at that age. Yeah. But the relationship with music definitely was in that classroom, like hearing the piano note and doing all this shit. It's like, oh, I'm in school right now, but we're in music class. Like, it was so great. I loved it.
Yeah, it's definitely not like any other classes though. You know,
it's not,
like, because that's something, especially if you like music, the relationship, like you said, I guess when you hear classical music like that, especially being in strings, that's like straight up classical. Like,
not straight up.
I guess you a different appreciation for just music in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So then I guess the sophomore year of high school though, when you decided that that's going to be it, how hard did you really go? Were you like producing every day? Were you like making beats for your friends?
I cut off everything, bro.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with showing. I wanted everyone to take me, because when I planted that seed, I'm already in my mind at that age like the best in the world, because I see the future, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like I was obsessed with making tracks to show my friends. And honestly, at that age, I wanted people to be like, to convince me to continue it. Because I guess at that stage, I wasn't like solely convinced.
Yeah.
And
you need like the validation.
Yeah, I needed that validation, bro.
Yeah.
And that was like my thing when I first started. I was like, I want to make this beat and show this guy, and then like he's gonna tell me it's amazing, and then I'm gonna be like, you know, I don't know where that stems from, but like that's what I like craved when I first started.
For sure.
And then to answer your question, yeah, like I was in my room, like I didn't leave my room every day. Like I was obsessed.
Yeah,
obsessed.
Yeah, I mean that's what it takes though. That's really what it takes. You got to be so like burning desire, have that burning desire where it's all you can think about.
Yeah.
And you can't see yourself failing at it. And that like having that almost like almost in a way like just undeniable in a sense, but like I guess shameless like confidence, you know, where you're just like, yeah, like no matter what you say, like I know this is gonna work. You need to have that sometimes to like push to that level and actually like bring the best version of yourself out in those circumstances.
Absolutely. And when I first started, I had that pure shit right there, what you're just saying. Yeah. And it was unbreakable. No one can tell me I wasn't gonna, you know, be who I was gonna be in my head.
Yeah.
And now as I'm getting older, and it's funny because as opportunity grows and as I get better and I'm making albums and whatnot, that comes down a little bit. And now I'm worrying a little bit more. Yeah. And it's like, why the fuck is this happening?
Yeah. And I think it all comes when you like get older, the more conscious you are of like other people's opinions, even if you don't want to be. But it's easy to just start like get back to where you're at when you get busy. When you're busy doing your own thing, you forget about what everyone else is doing.
Absolutely.
So it just doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Right when I get on the aux, it's like, and I play that beat.
Yeah.
It goes away.
Right.
You know, but it just comes in sometimes. Like when I wake up in the morning.
Yes.
It'll creep in.
Yeah. Especially like with social media, I think is the biggest reason why a lot of people have those types of feelings in like creative industries specifically too, because it's so easy to like feel like, you know, people are going to judge you for whatever you do. And that's natural, but it's realistically like going to happen to everyone. Especially like if you get bigger and bigger and bigger, you're going to have more and more opinions thrown at you.
Yeah.
So it's going to be even harder to turn it off if you like constantly listen to it. And yeah, I know a lot of people like talk about on pods and stuff that they'll just post and ghost is what they say. And just like, they don't even stay on there to look at what everyone else is saying. Don't read the comments, whatever. Yeah. They just like.
Not me.
Yeah.
I'm like. I mean, like I have to, you
Sweating.
know. Yeah, I'm reading it all. Then I'll DM them on the side and be like, "Why the fuck did you say that?"
No.
Now I'm playing, but
hey, Martians, real quick. I appreciate you taking the time to listen or watch wherever you are in the world. Over the last few months, the Martian family has grown so much. I could not be more thankful for all of my guests and every single one of you who continue to tune in every single week. Subscribers, ratings, likes, and comments all help us grow here on Mars. And it would mean the world. If you haven't already, please go to onmarspod.com/subscribe to subscribe on YouTube. P.S. Follow us on Instagram @onmarspod. Okay, let's get back to it. I feel like as you also kind of grow into like the older version of yourself, you really start to get a hold of all that. And like I said, once you get busy too, it's like you just not even gonna have time.
You don't have time to think.
You have time to look through the comments. You don't have time to even like think about what other people are thinking about.
Yeah.
So otherwise, you'll fall behind on what you're doing.
Literally, you got no time to think.
How long were you producing before you, I don't know, started getting a little bit of notoriety around your city? Because you're like 16, 17 years old at this point.
Yeah.
At that point, rather.
Yeah.
So that was like 4 years ago. Crazy.
Bro, yeah. It actually happened super fast.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that, but it did. Obviously, there was months and months and months like where nothing was happening and I'm just getting better, you know?
But why do you think it happened so fast? Because you were just doing it so hard?
I mean, yeah, I was excelling so fast, right? And I don't think like, I think it happened kind of quick because I had this like innate ability to, from studying all these people and being obsessed with music, to like make good music. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And like, I don't know, I guess I knew what whatever artist needed and I made it and sent it to them. And I'm like sending it to them like nonstop DMs, like being obsessed with getting them to listen to it. And
So that's what you did early on then to get.
Oh my God,
attention.
I was that kid. I was like running up on you when you went to Starbucks. Like,
hey,
I had to.
It worked, and that right there is the reason why it happened so quickly. Because
I was fearless.
Yeah, not only were you fearless, but you also had the quality there too. I'm sure at that point because you put in all the time. Yeah. That makes sense. So you were the one that kind of made all of your own connections. You weren't like accidentally met someone on someone didn't introduce you to some big guy in Chicago or whatever. It was like you just reaching out.
I planted every seed. Yeah,
that's amazing.
I planted every seed, and then obviously like this person fucks with me, and then they'll tell that person who's way bigger, and then that connection's right there,
But still, you're the one that planted that seed to even tell that first person and just like let them know that you're out here, or out there. So this was still in Chicago though, when you were doing that, or were you already
a little bit?
Yeah,
but things started to like push through. I saw a little bit of light when I moved to AZ.
Oh wow!
And then I went to LA first for a little bit
with the artist that you knew, or do you have like family out there?
I got invited by he goes by Michael Concepcion. He's actually Kendrick's uncle.
Oh wow!
And it was in Bel Air, and I did a little camp there for like a week and a half, and then it was time to leave, and I couldn't afford LA, and I booked it to AZ with like literally zero plan,
Damn. So why did you pick AZ? It
was right there.
Yeah.
It was a 5-hour drive, and it's the closest thing to LA. And I knew at that stage, staying in LA would take me much. I wouldn't have made this project with Futuristic in Arizona. I wouldn't have met all the great people I've met so far, like Sam Opoku, Oswin Benjamin.
Yeah.
Futuristic. AZ is such an untapped place.
Yeah.
I felt like I can wiggle around and really be important in this city rather than LA.
Yeah. Damn. So you moved to LA just for that camp though.
I guess I didn't move there.
Well, like I were
booked
there.
It there. Yeah.
So how did you even get to that camp though? I mean, I feel like you kind of like grazed over that, but like Kendrick's uncle invited you out to go to like a writing camp or something like that?
It wasn't a camp. It was actually just me.
It was just
It runs
you.
deep, bro. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I went to Atlanta when I was like 16. Basically, the first 4 months when I started making music, I got invited like this little camp of management, and this artist needed help, and he loved what I did. And that's why I flew out. My mom let me fly. My mom let me fly out to Atlanta.
Shout out mom, dude.
Yeah, when I was 16.
My
grandma was like, why the fuck?
Yo, I'm sure that was really hard for her.
Yeah.
But she saw
my eyes. She saw it in my face.
She knew that like this was your future.
Yeah, and God's got me, and everything will be okay.
Absolutely.
And then I planted seeds in Atlanta, and then that's when that whole thing arose. And then 3 years later, I got to go there. Yeah.
Wow. So you met people in Atlanta that kind of got you in the conversation a little bit at a really young age.
Yeah. And there's a little bit of luck in there. My sound was super specific to what this person needed.
Yeah.
So that's where that came from.
Interesting. But did you make those like that music with that artist in mind though? So like, cause I know you were saying like you kind of like knew what the artist needed.
It was another artist, so not really.
Oh wow. So this is kind of just your style and their style just meshed up really well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
That's fate.
Yeah, it was crazy.
For sure.
Oh my God, I was crazy.
Yeah. At 16 is a big like mind exploding type of deal.
Oh my God, it was the shit. You couldn't tell me shit.
Yeah, dude. You go back to high school like
I sold it. Yeah, bro. I sold a couple beats like in that camp I was
Prices went up.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm sitting at the cool lunch table now. Like
hell yeah.
And the people in the camp had songs with like Trippie Redd, and
this was in Atlanta?
Yeah, I felt like the shit. It was awesome.
Wow.
And I learned so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In production? Or just like
everything.
In the industry and everything? Yeah.
First time being around people in the creative field.
Wow.
Who spoke that artistic language and like were kids that wanted to do this.
Not
I was
even,
like, I'm not the only one, you know?
Wow.
Because that comes from just me being in my room.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was dope.
So not even in your high school? You didn't have anybody that like messed around with music?
No.
Wow.
Nah. Hell no.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you
like
wanted to do it and you were doing it by yourself is even more like dedication to the craft.
I don't know where the fuck it came from, bro.
I mean, your love for hip hop.
Yeah.
It must have. I mean, you love that music so much, it resonated to the point where you wanted to make it.
Yeah.
And I think with any musician, that's really what it starts from, is like, you love music so much that you just want to make it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Did you ever have I wanted to ask you this, do you ever have the ideas of like being an artist or like
That's
rapping?
so funny you say that. Yeah, I go through phases all the time. So like I do references for artists all the time. So like I had this flow in mind or this chorus in mind, and I'm a terrible singer, but I have to get it out on voice memos and then send it to them as I send the beat.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was actually Oswin who was like, yo, this shit is fire. I thought this was a sample. I was like, oh shit, this can go somewhere. And then when I first started, I was like making music and like pitching my vocals up and trying to be like Tyler Creator and weird shit like that. And like, yeah, I think one day I'll tap into it.
Yeah.
But I want to establish myself as a producer first.
Nice.
You know,
take the Kanye route.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, because the whole time he was making beats for people, he was like letting people know like, hey, I'm not just a producer.
Telling everybody, bro.
Yeah.
The documentary on Netflix is so fire.
So good. The Genius. Yeah. I think that's what it's called. The Genius.
The part three
trilogy. Yeah.
I get chills every time I watch it.
I love it, dude.
That and the Travis Scott documentary. So
dude,
fire, bro.
Another one you got to watch, because I know you take inspiration potentially from Pharrell.
Huge. Yeah.
So did you watch Piece by Piece?
I did 4 times.
I tell people, like, especially musicians, like watching that movie just kind of shows you like those are the types of people that make it, that just have that burning desire, that just want to do this, and they see things differently, and they
weird
feel
kids,
things.
bro.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
And I related to it so much, and I'm sure you did too.
Yeah. OD. Yeah, it was dope. I love that movie. I was gonna bring that up, but yeah.
Dude, the representation of like beats in like how they like make it different shapes and colors,
bro.
And I was like, oh, that's exactly how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where it's like each little project is almost like a unique figure with different lights
color.
And bells and whistles.
It was so sick.
Yeah, I definitely recommend anyone that hasn't seen that movie, go check it out. Shout out to you, Pharrell.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Yeah, the format of like the interview with Legos is hilarious.
It's so sick.
Yeah,
I love how he says yes sir.
Yeah.
To his kids. So sick. Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
that's so nice.
I mean, that's just a little glimpse into like his life and how he actually is. I think that was the coolest part. Yeah,
I love how they did it in Legos.
Yes.
When I first saw the trailer, I'm like, yo, okay, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was sick.
Yeah, I wasn't sure why they did it, and then I watched an interview with Zane Lowe, and they talk about it, and he basically talks about how the reason why he did it in Lego was because their ability to basically show things visually
had to,
especially when they're talking about times in the past and, you know, environments that he lived in the past, they were able to like visually bring it to life versus trying to like film something that recaptured that same energy.
Exactly. And they needed it animated because his brain is animated. Like,
yes,
you know,
for sure. So it all made sense, and I think that's like the only reason why he even did it was because he was able to do it in that format.
Right.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad that I feel like we kind of have like same influences, even though you're like so much younger, like 10 years.
How old are you?
30.
Damn, no, man. I'm playing. No, yeah. No, bro.
I moved out here when I was 20. So it was
probably
like
very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Fire.
I mean, even just talking to you, like the same artists that you like, even we were talking about earlier, like all these albums, super influential to me, but you pointed out specifically that Daniel Caesar Freudian album.
Oh my God.
One of the best ever.
My God, bro.
Yes.
That was, what's that song called? I was singing it. Oh, how can this be? I finally found peace. On me. Whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever song that is. Yes.
That was my shit.
Yeah.
And anytime I'm going through some shit, that's the song, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a no skipper for sure.
Bro, this Tame Impala, are they gonna be able to see this?
Yeah, they should be able to.
Okay.
I think this one's gonna be in my camera, then that one's gonna be in your camera, but I think this lane gets cut out here just because of the angles. So
got you.
The Neighborhood, Toto 4, and J. Cole. That's a great album too. But
Gorillaz, bro, come on.
What was it? The
Gorillaz.
Oh yeah,
it's so sick.
Demon Days. Yeah, I kept that sealed. I got that album when I went on tour in 2018.
Yeah,
and it was in Missouri at a record shop that we stopped on.
What was it called?
It was man, I wish I remember.
Dude, I was just there.
Oh shoot,
It might have been
St. Louis. We were in St. Louis.
Oh, it was in St. Louis. Fuck. Okay,
yeah, we were in St. Louis. I think St. Louis is Missouri, right? Yeah. St. Louis,
Missouri.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We'll check it in post.
Yeah. Might bleep it out.
I got that album out there though, and I was so careful to keep it sealed on the way back home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I try to keep all the albums sealed.
Yo, Balloonerism just came out.
Yeah. Oh shoot, it did.
Can we talk about it? Did you listen to it?
I didn't, bro. I realized today while I was prepping for the interview.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance to listen to it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna listen to it today. So you listened to it already?
Yeah, I listen to music when I'm about to fall asleep.
Okay, because so you listened to it last night.
I enter like a euphoric phase when I'm about to fall asleep.
Nice.
So I listen to music right before I go to bed, and I listen to it, and bro, it's really good.
Amazing. Okay, yeah, cool. Because I listened to the one song, the single off of it, that has like a 5 in it.
You got money. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
I can show you.
Yeah, that's man. Mac Miller's one of my favorite artists of all time. And yeah.
Probably my number one, yeah.
Yeah, dude. That was one of the first times where like a Death in the Community really hit me.
Fucked me up, yeah.
Because it was like that was someone I really looked up to, especially because he was like a musician too. He wasn't just like a rapper. You know,
bro, he was musician.
He was a musician, artist, just like he embodied that, the artist, the musician artist. And
when do you
always thought I would meet him.
You always thought you would meet him?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you gonna say?
I want to dive into that. It's interesting. Actually, I don't know. I was gonna say, what album do you think that he released that like set him apart from rapper to artist?
So the Good AM album, that's the one where I feel like I took a lot more than just his rap stuff from. He was fucking with a little bit more melodies.
Yeah.
And he started incorporating like songs that had more instruments in them as well after that.
Yeah.
The project, The Divine Feminine, I feel like that one was really like breakthrough in a sense of like, I'm not just a rapper.
Conceptual.
Yeah, very conceptual. And I actually saw him on tour.
Fuck.
That was his last tour before he passed.
Oh my God.
I actually was about to go on tour for the swimming tour when he passed, which is crazy. So it's like me and Caleb actually, Caleb Klug, the guy that you just met.
Damn.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to that tour. But The Divine Feminine though, that was the one that had like Dang with Anderson .Paak.
Yeah.
That album was like
banged.
Oh my gosh.
It was so great.
Good. Yeah, I don't have it on vinyl, but that's one I want to get on vinyl for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he actually traveled on tour with the mirror from the cover of the album.
So sick. The actual one?
I don't know if it was the actual one, but it was a recreation if it wasn't the actual one.
Fire.
But yeah, dude, it was so sick. Just like
damn chills, bro.
For sure. I have like Snapchat memories of that concert.
Oh my God.
And like being at the Marquee Theater, because it was in Tempe, the Marquee right off the highway there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Crazy.
Fuck.
Yeah, so much. Yeah. So much has happened since he passed, but it feels like it was just yesterday.
It does, especially with Balloonerism just coming out, bro.
Yeah, which is so crazy. So they had all these things recorded before he passed.
It's a really old record.
Wow.
So they shelved it because it was too crazy.
Wow.
The label was like, "Yo, like can we get a couple hits before we get weird like this?"
Yo, that's crazy. I mean, I wonder when he recorded all those songs.
I don't know. I think it's between Faces and between something, but it's incredible, bro. Wow. It's fire.
Yeah, I'll have to listen to it 100% today. I will. It's on my list.
Have to.
We kind of talked about when we were talking about like how long did it take before you got like a placement. We started talking about like how you ended up meeting these people in the industry, and I feel like that was a super important part of everything. But after you came to Arizona, then is that when you were really like DMing artists and really trying to like find people? And is that so? When did you start? When were you really doing that?
Immediately. So, and I was working with terrible artists.
Yeah, okay.
And I thought they were amazing. Obviously, like that's how it goes.
So in Chicago, you were doing that. In LA,
anywhere around the world. Yeah, because of Instagram.
In
that social media era. Like I know I was in Chicago, but like I wasn't old enough to go run around in the city and try to shoot some shit.
Yeah.
To try and shoot some shit.
Right.
You know, I was all over Instagram. So everybody from all over the world, bro.
Yeah.
And like, I was trying to work with literally anybody that wanted to work with me.
And that's really how you ended up getting those connections in Atlanta and LA, because you were on IG kind of like that and just blowing people up.
On the DMs, like nonstop. And then like, bro. And then it's just sprouted and pivoted and I was getting better. And now I get to work with better people, more talented people of my caliber at the time. And then just constantly grew and grew and grew. And like going back to that question a while ago, I think I progressed fairly fast because I was so obsessed. Like, like, is he okay? Type of thing.
Yeah, for sure. Then, what was the first placement that you got when you're like, okay, locked?
Like hype about?
Yeah.
Damn.
Where it was like, well, I guess hype about in a sense where you're like, this is gonna change my career, you know?
Futuristic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Futuristic. That album that I did, I was so pumped for it.
Yeah, I mean that's a big feat, especially because he was very adamant about you being the only guy.
He was, and he's an established artist. He's obviously extremely talented, huge following. I'm executive producing the whole thing. In my head, I'm like, I have to go crazy. Yeah, because this is my first like resume piece.
Absolute
from me. And that one, and being in Arizona, everyone was giving me props,
right?
Because he's local. Yeah, I felt like the man.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you walk around with Futuristic downtown, and people will be like, "Oh, Futuristic!
Yeah,
oh,
right? Shit!" Yeah, literally.
It's like, bro.
Yeah,
you can't take him anywhere. So when you met him, was that on IG?
No. Okay. You know Tone, audio engineer there. You probably met him a bunch of times.
Maybe.
Shout out Tone, fire audio engineer. He heard my music, played it for Zach. Zach was like, get him down here within like a day.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
I just moved here.
At the old studio.
Yeah. I'm trying to get anything to pop. Brand new state, Pulled up, played music, and fell in love with it. Signed. I signed with I signed with them.
With the indie?
Yes.
Yeah.
They signed me within like literally 3 days.
Right.
Didn't look over shit. I told my mom about it. She's like, send me the thing. Like, don't sign anything. I don't give a fuck. I'm signing whatever it is.
Yeah.
I wanted to get on something,
Yeah. And that's when he assigned you as like a producer to like potentially get clients through indie.
For placements and work with the cats on the label. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man. So was it early on that he told you like you gave him like a couple beats and then he's like, okay, I love these, give me 10 more? Was it like, did he tell you really early on, like, I'm only using you for this project? And
no.
Okay.
They signed me as a producer to manage me. They wanted to manage me as an artist.
So they didn't even have intention necessarily to have you executive produce a record.
Not at that time, no. At the time. Yeah, no.
Oh, wow.
It was months after.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So were you just like randomly sending Zach beats and stuff? And then he's just like, okay, yeah, we got to do something.
He's fire, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you were just basically doing what you were already doing with your new connections and your new friends.
Literally.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly how it happens, though. Because I remember, because I was hanging out with Zach during that whole process, especially early on. And I remember with Zach.
Okay.
Yeah. So like just like on the side working with like projects. I was shooting video stuff for him at the time.
Yeah.
So I was hanging out with him a lot.
Yeah.
So and he was showing me a lot of like the music. So I remember though, like specifically because he gets beats all the time from like all kinds of producers, you know. So I remember when it was a big deal when he told me like nobody else is producing on this album. I'm like, who is this guy?
Wow.
And then when I met you, I was like, oh shit, yeah, like these are slapping. I heard him in like the studio too, like because it's like at the time I only heard like maybe 1 or 2 songs that you guys had done or whatever, but then like kind of getting more into the mix and hearing everything, meeting you, I was like, okay, yeah, dude, that's a good
I appreciate
decision.
that, bro. That makes me feel good.
For sure, dude. No, I loved it. Like I said, I love that album. I think the whole body of work is like a great resume piece for you. And
thank you.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That was a super fun project.
Yeah. How long did you work on that?
How
long was that process?
From start to finish, it probably took like 5 months.
5 months producing, and then just like mixing and mastering.
The whole entire process.
Oh wow, damn, that happened that quick.
Oh, he moves fast.
Yeah, he does. I didn't realize it was that fast.
He knows. Yeah. You play a beat and boom.
Yeah,
he'll be on the couch like,
yeah,
you know, and he'll write a fire verse. He's so talented. So
yeah, he's one of those guys that you put on a beat for 15 minutes and he'll have a verse and a hook already done.
And the next day we'll polish it.
Yeah,
and it's done, and we get to decide.
Yeah. But that's the way that great music should happen. And a lot of the best songs in the world, when you like listen back on like the people talking about how it was made, it's like, oh yeah, that happened just like that. There's 20 minutes in the studio.
Yeah,
hit song.
Literally. For real.
Yeah, that's what happens when you put like 50,000-60,000 hours into the craft.
Literally.
Like where he's at, dude. He's like,
literally no bullshit.
He's shit, dude. Yeah, so many years into the game. It's inspiring to have someone like that around to be able to take wisdom from as well, you know?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure that was a big deal for you to have that.
Yeah, I mean, seeing someone I looked up to take the art so seriously was really important for me.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's fire. So witty. He's been in the business for so long.
Exactly.
So I learned so much from him. I would always ask him questions, and not even like music related, just about like anything artistically.
Absolutely.
He had something fire to say. So
yeah, man. It's in a weird way, it's like a mentorship.
Yeah.
Like
that's how
without
I looked at
it being like that, you know, without being formal. It's just like you're just bros, but at the same time, like he's so open to like, you know, pick his brain and, you know, ask like questions, and he's so like down to earth, real life. He'll give you life advice. You know, if you're talking about some real shit, like he'll talk about some real shit. And
literally.
Yeah, it's sometimes those are the things that you learn the most from, rather than just like always having it be about music or business or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it takes a whole lot of balance to do things on a high level like the way that he does it. So
it does.
It's like, yeah, we're all learning from him. Everybody that's surrounded by him, we all fucking take that, literally, you know, that influence from him. I'm sure that to like, you know, we look up to that. Fuck yeah.
Real quick, the funny story that they told me I was doing the album. I was all hyped. That night I made the intro, Icky Guy.
Yes.
And oh my God, the bedroom became a concert. I was like, this is the intro. This is the intro. I told him this is the intro right when I like threw down the 808s and everything. I knew where it was going to go. It became the intro, and it was fire. Yeah.
Wow. So you knew right away that was going to be the first song.
Immediately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately. Oh, it's the intro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then like how it like builds up.
Yeah.
That whole thing. Yeah. That album.
It's very Eminem-esque.
For sure. And he came into it kind of like that. Like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now those drums. I killed it.
Yeah.
It was fire. Yeah, you know.
For sure. No, great work. Great work. So that was the biggest like placement where it was just like, this is going to change my life. And that was not that long ago.
Yeah, literally.
It was like a year ago, I think.
Yeah. You know, I didn't think it would change my life. Like I'm doing a full executive Drake album, you know, like something like that.
Right.
I just knew like it would be so good for me and for my career and everything.
A good step up though from where you were at.
Oh, like huge step up
at the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and then also
huge.
This album, Ikigai, is not necessarily like my sound, you know? So I have to like study Zach and study what he'll like.
Right.
And because without making this project with Zach in mind, like doing this project for him, I wouldn't have made Ikigai the intro. I would never make a beat like that.
Right.
But now I get to study his brain and see where he comes from, and now I have to pretend I am Zach, if that makes sense.
Very much so.
So I put on the Zach cap, futuristic cap, and then I produce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a whole nother art in production that a lot of people don't think about.
You got to be crazy.
What? You got to be crazy.
You got to be crazy.
No, but like to be able to like put yourself in like a different mindset than you would make like normally.
Yeah.
To almost not tailor to, but kind of tailor to the artist that you're producing for. And I think that's a big thing that especially producers that are in the industry that produce for all these different artists, and you find out later like the dream, songwriter that like writes all this music for like all these hit R&B and pop stars and shit.
Yeah.
But like when he's writing that music, he's writing it as if he is that artist, because he has them in mind. You have to like shift and take yourself out of the equation, where it's like, it's not necessarily what I would like, it's what they would like.
Yes.
And I think sometimes like people will like give up opportunities and kind of piss them away because they like, oh, well, this isn't like, if you would have said like, oh, this isn't what I would normally do, and then said, nah, I'm good.
Exactly.
Like, or just like sent him stuff that you would normally do without kind of changing your sound to it tailored towards like whatever he wanted, you wouldn't have had the opportunity to do that.
And I learned that the hard way being with them.
Yeah.
Because they gave me great placement opportunities and I was an ignorant shit. I was like, this isn't my vibe. I'm not trying to be known for this. I wasn't zoomed out. I wasn't looking at like, yo, you're 20. You're trying to make money from this shit. Like, you even got to put your name on the credits, bro. Stop thinking about that shit.
Yeah.
I was so hung up on like my image that I turned down some shit for sure in the beginning that I regret, but learned from, and I'm so glad I did,
Yeah. And I think you almost have to flip it and look at it as a strength, because it's like other producers might not be able to be that chameleon and to get into the Zach Cap mindset, into the futuristic zone. And what would he like? Some people might not even be able to tune into that frequency. So the fact that you were able to tune into it and do it like at such a high caliber, that's a strength as a producer. So
thank you, bro.
Absolutely, dude. You should see it as that too. So like if you ever have an opportunity where like someone that you look up to wants a sound, that just tailor towards them and just kind of do the thing. And because you can make music however you want to, really. Yeah. So it's like, it's not that you have to make it like that for the rest of your life, but I think to get opportunities and to make people excited, get them excited about their own stuff, that's like kind of sometimes what you got to do. But
facts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you still went through with it and didn't just like almost take too much offense to it when they were like telling you like, yo, calm down type stuff or whatever the conversations were.
Yeah.
Because that could easily turn off a young kid, 19, 20 years old, like getting like told like, yo, you gotta chill, you're young, this, that, or whatever. That could be like, no, fuck you guys. Just like kind of, it's really easy to do that. So the fact that you kind of kept like a level head and like saw it as like maybe I do just gotta listen and just do what I do best and just produce. And you produced that album for sure, dude.
Yeah.
So
like this is a whole new sound from Zach.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think instrumental wise or artistry wise, whatever it is, he doesn't sound like this on anything else.
Correct.
So like not only am I like thinking about what would Zach like, but I'm also like building something new for him and then like tying the two. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah. And I think that was one of the main reasons why he chose you to be the full producer, so that way there wasn't any inconsistencies in the music.
Yeah.
Because your sound was so different.
And a very personal record.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so to be able to like lock in with one person was really important for him, and to have that one consistent sound throughout the whole thing. And I think that's why Ikigai is the album that it is, because if it was just like a mixtape basically of other people's sounds all put together, it wouldn't be as like a complete of like a body of work in an album sense, if that makes sense. Because this whole album is like basically his like changing his life in a way. You know what I'm saying? And kind
very
of
mature and personal.
Coming to and like learning about yourself. And the whole album is very like spiritual in a way. You know what I mean? And I think the beats reflect that as well.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, shout out to Zach.
Shout out Zach. Whole pod's by him.
Yeah, that's so funny. We talked about him so long, but hey, I mean, he was a big part of your career, and I think that's why we had to talk about that.
No, 100%.
So I do want to talk about the other big relationship that you have, Sam Opoku.
Mm-hmm.
And that's someone that you were.
Don't get me started.
Yeah. he walked in today and he said, I was just in label meetings with Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, so yeah, let me know, man. So first off, how'd you meet Sam?
I met him in a session randomly. Okay. He was there. I played him a beat, and he loved it. And from there, our relationship like sprouted.
Yes.
And
just like that.
Me and Sam are very, very alike. Obviously we're different in all the ways, whatever, but like we think the same, very spiritual, calm, so we just kind of clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we clicked. Yeah.
So was it immediately that he's like, yo, send me a beat pack?
Yeah. I was on it already. Yeah. He didn't even have to tell me.
Yeah.
I was like, he has to like me. Like he's got to like my work. So
nice.
Yeah.
So, but then you kept working with him, and I see you traveling with him a lot, and you got to go to a bunch of studios, and you guys are in LA all the time too. I see.
Yeah.
So what are you guys up to,
bros? A lot of shit.
Yeah. I mean,
but he's like, yeah, he's fire. Sorry, what was the question? I'm thinking about bro.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Well, it's like, what do you guys like? So you're with him. You're like his main producer, then I'm assuming for all of his records. So that's why you're going to these studios with him.
Yeah.
And traveling to these label meetings and talking to these people with him.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like part of his team at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Straight up.
Kofi season.
Yeah. Kofi season.
Love
it.
Bro, like, yeah. His whole group is like incredible. Okay. I call them my family now, because awesome. it's been a minute. They're amazing, bro.
How long have you guys been working together?
Like a year and a half now.
Okay, nice. Yeah. So very like around the same time you moved here.
Yeah. A couple months later, but yeah.
Nice.
No, he's taught me everything, bro.
That's awesome.
Like literally everything.
So he's been with you throughout the whole thing too. That's like your whole journey.
A huge part of it, yeah.
Yeah. So that's awesome to still have that relationship musically and like personally with someone like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can talk about it for years.
Yeah. So he's kind of blowing up then? Is that like you guys are having label meetings and
he's killing it, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, bro, he's killing it. Obviously Old is killing it and has been killing it. And yeah, bro. He brings me along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I mean, do you guys have any like projects that you're working on right now? Like you'd say Kofi season, is that like his album coming out?
Kofi season is like the Kofi season, the brand, you know what I'm saying? And that represents everything it represents, Yeah, it's kind of like the slogan.
Okay.
We're making hits every day. You might see an album come out soon,
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's you producing everything on that.
He's a fire producer too.
Okay.
He's arguably better than me at producing.
Oh, wow. So you guys collab a lot?
Yeah, we collab. I mean, every song that he would release that I produced, he would also produce on. He produces on it. Yeah.
Got it.
He's fire.
Got it. So nice. So he just like takes your ideas and it's like, hell yeah. Yes, ands it.
Yes.
And a lot of like,
we're going back and forth.
Yeah, exactly.
We have so much fun when we make music, bro.
I love that.
And
we communicate on that level. It's crazy.
Yeah. He's an artist and I'm a producer. So that relationship's there. He's also a producer. So that relationship, like boom, 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 boom. And we make great music. Man, speaks the language.
For sure. It's straight up like a sixth sense sometimes when you're in the studio. Yeah. It's like you're just speaking via energies.
Literally. No, literally.
Yeah, man. No, I'm glad that you guys have that relationship though, like I said, because especially like being so young in the industry, to have someone that you've been working with for a long time like that, that's like, it's very important.
Yeah.
Because as you guys both grow, to be able to like be there for each other too is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like my big brother.
Hell yeah.
I've never had a brother, so.
Oh man. So are you saying only child?
Me and my sister, Sky.
Oh
yeah. I have a sister.
Nice.
yeah, he never had a brother, and yeah,
Nice, man.
it's dope.
So you guys hang out like every day? Type?
Yeah, low key.
Yeah.
Not every day, but yeah, I see
Yeah.
him often.
That's awesome.
And yeah, he's obviously very further along than me in his career, so I get to learn everything.
Yeah.
Literally learn everything.
Yeah, man.
Like during talks of business, he lets me know what's going on, and I get to learn, and it's like I'm so blessed because if Sam wasn't there, I would be on YouTube. I would be watching podcasts with Rick Rubin and Pharrell and learning that way. But now I get to be in the flesh, learning hands-on, bro.
Absolutely. And
it's amazing.
To be like a sponge in that sense where you're just like soaking it all up, dude.
Yeah.
It's a blessing for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't take it for granted at all, man, for sure. And I know you don't, but it's just like some people just don't even, they almost get like blinded by like, well, what's next? But it's like living in the moment and taking in right now.
We're here.
Is like everything, man. And to be honest, like to be only 20 years old already at this level, it's like, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You're about to go crazy.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. By the time you're 30, we're gonna be having a different conversation.
At the Grammys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
dude.
no bullshit.
Yeah. Shoot, man. That's like
I'll
Forbes
clip
list.
this and then put that in the I'm going to the Grammys. So.
Yeah, for sure, dude. No.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to the Grammys. That's not even a question, dude.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna be nominated before you're 30 years old.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Speak that into existence, man.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
So in your bio you have some credits and stuff that you've placed. One that really stood out, first one, YG.
Yeah.
Was that when you were in LA?
It was when I was in LA.
Yeah. So how did that happen?
It was a relationship. That was a relationship that I sent the beat, and then the camp rocked with it, recorded on it. And to be honest with you, that shit is definitely not coming out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it is, at least. Like, YG makes music all the time.
Yeah.
And every artist ever just pumps music constantly when they're at that level.
Mm-hmm.
I'm praying it comes out one day, but
so the song was done, it just hasn't been released.
Yeah. I mean, they probably have files of 1,000, 2,000 songs more.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, people on that level, they can make like 10 songs in a day. Like Lil Wayne used to do that shit for real.
Yeah.
Like, he would go and make like a bunch of songs in one session.
Yeah.
So that's just the way that it goes. But
yeah, literally.
But you had the ability to like hear his vocals on it.
Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
I was like, oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking oh my god.
Yeah, YG's the shit, dude.
Yeah.
Dang.
And that's why I put that in my bio. It's not out, but I'm letting people know that I have that record with YG.
For sure.
So,
yeah. I mean, yeah. And you were
exists
there.
It's somewhere.
It exists.
Yeah.
It's on somebody's hard drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo. One day it'll just leak. Be like, yo, that's my beat.
Literally.
No, that's sweet though. When I saw that, I was like, oh shit, man, how did that happen? But so a lot of that came from like the LA Connect, just like being out there and just being around people.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll always be in a session and get a beat off. I'll never leave a session if that person that I wanted to hear the beat heard the beat, you know? Like, yeah.
Yeah. So even now, are you like shooting beat tapes off to artists all the time? Or are you just
like packs?
I guess, yeah, packs. Yeah. Are you sending like beat packs out?
Yeah. I mean, I'll shoot a DM to like an artist I want to work with, and I'll say, blah, blah, blah. I fuck with your shit. Let me know artistically where you're going.
Yeah.
Or if Spotify is your best place to study you, and let me get a pack going, and then,
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you usually get response?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what got you here. So it's like, you're just putting your foot on the gas like all the time.
Yeah. And like Eric the Architect, are you familiar? He's from Flatbush Zombies.
I definitely know Flatbush Zombies, but Eric the Architect, is that like his handle?
Yeah.
Okay, because I might have seen his handle online, Eric the Architect.
Yeah.
But
super fire artist, and close friend as well. And the way I got in contact with him, because if I DM'd him, which I have been DMing him since 2021, you feel me?
Yeah.
but the way he saw it is because I did these reels on Instagram. And then this
that were like beats.
Yeah, very cinematic and shot by Ralph RD3, best videographer in Arizona. That's my guy.
Hell yeah.
Part of Kofi as well.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh nice.
Sam Shooter.
Very cool.
We did those reels, and then the prompt was this beat was inspired by Eric the Architect. And then I DM'd all of my followers, 2,700 of them. Every single one, I clicked that little button, and I said, "Yo, tag Eric the Architect," and I had like 80 comments tagging Eric the Architect. So when Eric wakes up and what's going on Instagram, he goes on his feed, and it's like, "Holy shit, what the fuck is this?" You know. And then from there, he saw it, rocked with it, DM'd me. We FaceTimed immediately, connected, and yeah, we've been making music ever since.
Damn.
Yeah.
That
was the way to do it because
yeah,
he's got all these followers. He's not going to see that DM. He has so many DMs. So I found a way to,
wow.
And it's only 80 people that commented that. He's going to see it. His feed is blowing up.
Wow.
You got 80 people tagging him.
Yeah. And it's like, and with him too, like I'm sure he gets hella DMs that are like spammy in a way, but like when it comes to like actual like mentions, like people adding him, it's probably not like, 3,000 every day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he might get like a lot of like likes every day and stuff like that, but like people like tagging him, like adding him, yo, check this out or whatever. Probably not that many. So when you have all at one time, like 100 people saying that shit, it's like 80 people.
You only need like 70.
Yeah, that's
Think
crazy.
about you go on your phone, you see 70, on that
people
same exact
saying
post.
your name.
You're clicking that.
You're clicking it.
You're clicking that shit.
Yeah. Damn.
And then I did another one. Right. This beat was inspired by Isaiah Rashad.
Nice.
And everyone's tagging him. He liked the reel.
Nice.
I was geeking. Isaiah Rashad is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I was like, is he gonna respond to my DM? Is he gonna respond to my DM? Is he gonna tap in? He didn't tap in, but that's okay. He will eventually.
I mean, you're basically fam because he's like part of that crew with like TDE, right?
Wait, what'd you say?
Isaiah Rashad. He's like part of like the crew with like TDE.
Yeah, no, he's on TDE. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah. He's so I mean, you're already tapped in with Kendrick's uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
your family by association.
Literally. Ask him. I was there.
Yeah, I was there. Promise. I was 16 years old.
Literally. No, that relationship isn't personal anymore, really.
Yeah. For sure. But yeah, I mean, that's so important that you were like put your beats out there in that format though, because that's just the power of social media.
That's the only way.
It's crazy. I mean, it works though. And it can get you working with some of your favorite people.
Yes, it can.
And it's like people like, I mean, I'm sure people even watching this, they're like, nah, like that's not possible. Like whatever. But no,
so
dude,
possible.
It's so possible.
So easy.
Like people just think that like, I don't know. It's like people aren't reachable online, but they're right there.
They're right there. In a very specific targeted way. You know?
For sure. Let me check this camera.
Bet. This is dope, dude. I fuck with this.
Yeah.
It's the first time I get to talk. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
And I appreciate you for giving me this platform. Seriously.
You're welcome, man. It's like a conversation. I mean, I honestly like forget that cameras are here a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Especially like when you don't have headphones on too. It's like, yeah, we're just talking. Yeah, dude. I'm excited. This is a great episode, man. You're doing great.
Thank you, bro.
So just a few more things here that I have written down that I wanted to touch on. You were at like the Sony Pictures studio in 2023.
Oh, it's crazy.
What's going on there? What was happening?
You did a little deep dive.
I do a little research.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, Sam brought me there.
Nice.
He brings me along, bro.
Is that like for like some sort of like synchronizing like music in a movie type situation? Is that why you're at Sony Pictures? Or because Sony Pictures, that's like motion pictures, right? Like
well, they have a whole record music area.
Oh, so it was like the music side of the Sony
side of it.
Okay.
Yeah, but you get to see. Oh man, I was in LA the first time. I was there when I was younger, but the first time I was with like, not really like alone. doing it on my own. I was with Sam and all his friends and everything. Man, yeah, we pulled up to a Sony, and I'm seeing Utopia by Travis Scott. I'm seeing Sabrina Carpenter on like these massive boards outside.
Yeah.
You got the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse poster, like big as hell somewhere.
Yeah.
Super nice. That was crazy. Yeah, and we worked on a song. He had a connection. You want to come check it out, and we had a little session, and it was crazy.
Okay, so it was just like to work on music.
Yeah, it was to work on music.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
Okay, yeah, like crazy.
Yeah.
They gave me it's so funny. Before you go in, you got to get screened.
Yeah.
And they printed out this little thing that said like Sony Pictures screened Hunter Westfall.
Yes.
And I still have that. It's on my computer.
Yeah.
Like I completely peeled that off, put it on my computer, and keep that forever.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, it has the logo on it.
Sony.
Like, yeah, dude. Sony, baby.
And every time I like pull up my MacBook, I'm like, do you see it? You see that I'm legit?
Yeah. Wait, so did you put it on your laptop?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Very good.
It's sticked on there. It's faded though. You can barely see the Sony.
You got to put tape over top of it.
I should have thought about that.
If you put tape over top of it, it'll keep it nice and yeah, exactly. Almost like a lamination.
Yeah, I should have fucking done that.
Hey,
I'll be back.
You can still do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, that's exactly right. You'll get a new one.
Yeah. The whole computer is filled with it. Damn, this dude really loves Sony. Fuck.
It's just so that people know that it's yours. It just says your name all over it.
Not for any other reason or anything.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just the name tag.
Yeah.
So I saw that you were working with La Russell though too.
Yes.
So that's a pretty big artist.
Oh, it was
too.
dope.
Yeah.
I didn't work hands.
Cool.
Yeah, I didn't work hands on with La Russell. It was more Sam, and I was there.
Gotcha.
But yeah, he's killing it, bro. He does these little like he brings a couple artists on and they'll perform in this like tight, very vulnerable space. And they invited Sam and I went with him and it was dope. Like, it was so cool. And then we've done sessions with him in LA and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. Crazy creative guy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've seen some of his like videos. He goes crazy on like lyricism too. Marcus actually put me onto La Russell a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I saw that you had a connection, I was like, oh shoot, yeah, I've seen this guy before.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, he's dope. So unique. They just did a Tiny Desk.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, they did Tiny Desk. And then from that, we met Shantae. Shantae is like an incredible singer from the Bay. And me, Sam, and her just put out an EP that I executive produced. Okay. It's incredible. It's like my it's complicated. It's not just like one word.
Yeah.
But like if you go to Sam's page on the Spotify, you'll see it.
Okay,
it's an EP.
Yeah, so go to Sam Opoku.
Yes.
On Spotify. And it should be like the most recent release.
Most recent one. It's fire.
Awesome.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
So then on that one, you're just as like a producer, or does it like have your name like on like as like an artist?
I'm not a featured artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you produced the whole thing.
Executive produced the entire thing, except the last one because it's a Frank Ocean cover.
Gotcha.
It's a blend of all the Frank Ocean songs. And shout out Henry James.
The guitarist?
Incredible guitarist.
Dude, he's so good.
So sick. Such a dope dude.
Yeah. Very cool guy. Very great energy. Yeah, he's got that tone, dude.
He's fire.
He knows.
Yeah, he does.
For sure.
He worked on this album too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was the
Icky guy, the intro.
Oh, really?
Boom.
No
That's him.
way.
Yeah, bro.
Nice. Wow. I didn't realize that. Yeah, shout out, man. Yeah, he was the guitarist on the Minnelli tour, the Michael Minnelli tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Killed that shit too.
Yeah, we did a live video one time and he played live and while Mike sang. It was like for like an hour in public.
Yeah.
And just like the raw tone of his guitar with Mike's vocals is just like, God damn, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, he makes music too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shout out Henry, though.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, all the homies.
Literally.
Man. So I guess to wrap up here, I kind of want to talk more about like Hunter Westfall and this rebrand that you just recently did.
Yeah.
Because you went by Youth in Control. Pretty much since I've known you.
Yeah.
So, but recently you started rebranding as Hunter Westfall, and
Yeah.
you're coming out with a beat tape soon. Is that right?
I am indeed. Yeah, it's first draft right now. I'm still shooting ideas and shopping around for distribution, everything, but it's very personal.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dope. I'm getting artists on it. It's not gonna be full songs, but I'm gonna chop up their vocals. There might be a couple verses in there and everything, but yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I'm excited.
Amazing.
Yeah. Just to clarify, Youth of Control is like the brand, right?
It.
And then Hunter Westfall is like just the producer in the brand, like Tyler and Golf Wing.
Right.
You feel me?
That makes sense now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Youth of Control is still the brand.
Yes.
You're just
YIC. Yeah.
Hunter Westfall underneath. Yes.
Yeah.
YIC.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. So because your handle was Youth and Control,
Yeah.
I thought that was like your producer name in a way.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were going by Hunter Drake though.
Yeah, I was
before. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was still the same deal though, like Hunter Drake under YIC.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah.
now it's just Hunter Westfall.
Yeah.
Got you. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Youth and Control is a dope name. I feel like
it is,
yeah,
right?
that's sweet.
Bro.
Hey, there it
Got it
is. Yeah.
I had to like.
Yes. Hey man.
Yeah.
Is that your first ink too?
Yeah. This was first, and then Godspeed
Nice.
was next. I'm getting covered, but
Yeah,
those were
for sure.
the two that I'll start with.
Yeah, the anchors to bring it all together.
Oh my God, Pete
Yeah.
Davidson.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we're going all out.
No, man. Yeah, that'll be sweet. So when does that beat tape come out? Do you guys have any ideas, or is it still, like you said, you're still shopping it up and
This year,
this year?
I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year. Yeah,
No,
but it's
no
gonna be
hard dates, but yeah.
Yeah,
It's not done, or is it done?
the first rendition is done,
Okay.
and then we'll take that, and then from there, I'll make it insane, and then from there I'll make it even more insane, and then
Yes.
at some point I'll say it's trash, and then,
yeah. Go through the stages.
yeah, it'll come out this year though.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. No, that's exciting, man. I think,
Thank you, bro.
yeah, I mean, kind of putting it out like as like a artist in a way too, right? It's
Yeah.
like as like a main artist.
exactly. This
So
is
almost
my
like a, I mean, DJ Khaled kind of way,
Yeah.
or like a Metro Boomin kind of
Kenny
way.
Beats.
Kenny Beats. Okay, yeah, nice.
You know Louis
Um,
by Kenny Beats. This is beat tape.
no,
It's fire.
I didn't know
That's-
that.
Yeah, it's like my biggest inspiration going into this.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, because it's not that often that like producers will release albums like that like where they're not like a rapper, artist, or
Yeah.
singer, you know.
right.
So I think there's definitely like a certain like people remember those albums, you know, because
Yeah.
it's just like it doesn't usually happen.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
like the Metro Boom, like when Metro Boomin released an album, but it's just like all of his friends on it,
Yeah,
you know. That's like the same energy where it's like
literally.
you can release all of your, but it's all produced by you, which is exciting.
Yeah, very excited.
Nice,
You know who
man.
Knowledge is?
Yeah, like with a X.
K. And,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. He works with Anderson .Paak.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he does that project with him.
He's crazy. He has
Yeah.
a beat tape out that's like, oh my God. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a while ago, but it's ridiculous.
So you take inspiration from that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't give a fuck about quantize.
Good. I mean,
Quantization.
yeah, quantization.
Yeah.
Yes.
That snare doesn't belong there and it's fire.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
who gives a fuck? And I love that. It's gritty. It's like, it's so fire. So,
Yeah. It sometimes when you have that kind of mindset when it comes to producing, it sounds more like back in the day type stuff.
mhm.
Like more when it was like analog gear, things were like imperfectly perfect.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be like that because that's just what it was.
That's why it's so fire. Cause it's
Yeah.
like, your drums are offbeat. And like, no, we meant to do that. And that's so fire. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Where it
There's
almost
a skill in that, you know?
for sure. And there's a reason why people like they call it like the pocket. Like
Yeah.
when you're sitting in the pocket, it doesn't necessarily need to be in meter to be in the pocket.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like people that understand production will like know what I mean when
Oh,
I
they
say
will.
like in the meter versus like in the pocket.
Yeah.
It's
100%.
like two different things. And that's like jazz music as a whole.
Yes, exactly.
It's like jazz
How
music
fire
is
are you?
barely on the
Yeah.
meter.
yeah, literally.
It's like mostly improv and like
Yeah.
just everything like
Poly
feeling and yeah.
Polyrhythmic, all that.
Yes, absolutely, man. I was in jazz band growing up, so it's
Fire.
like I definitely like took influence from all that type of music. And yeah, so yeah, when it comes to like talking with musicians, I feel like we can communicate on a different level.
Absolutely.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, shit, dude, this is great. I'm glad to have you on, man. I'm
Thank
glad
you
we
so
were able
much,
to
bro.
like connect.
It was a great conversation.
It was.
When are we
man.
doing it again?
Yeah, for sure. I would love to have you on again, man. Yeah, especially like maybe when you're gearing up for like the beat tape release.
Yeah,
we can link up again and kind of do some promo for it. Yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
No, this is awesome, man. So online though, is your handle still Youth in Control?
Yeah. So it's Youth in Control underscore.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yes, sir.
So all one word, Youth in Control _ on Instagram. Go follow Hunter Westfall.
Do it.
Look out for his new music. Check out Sam Opoku.
Yes.
Go stream Ikigai for the gang.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Hunter.
Thank you, dog.
To my fellow Martians.
We out.
We will see you next time. Love you.
Peace.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this episode of the On Mars Pod and for sticking around to the end, man. I really appreciate you guys. You are the real Martians. Like this video, comment below what your favorite part was, what was most inspiring to you. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications here on future interviews coming out soon. And also follow us on Instagram @OnMarsPod. Love you guys so much. We'll see you next time on Mars.